Hey everyone, it's Justin, and today I'm going to show you how to design a coffee mug inside the Mailbox Power Editor. Now, all of our drinkware items, whether they be water bottles or coasters or the can keeper or any of the different items that we offer as far as drinkware goes, they're all pretty much designed the same. So walking you through how specifically we're going to design a mug, but the same concepts can be applied to pretty much any of the drinkware items. So to start here, you can see that I have this wide open stage in front of me. This is kind of the design area. And what I want to do is I'm going to create a mug for a boss gift. Okay, so I'm going to start by uploading a picture. Now I found a fun graphic that is just simply text. It's just a hashtag boss, and this is an actual graphic. So it's a PNG graphic, which means it has a transparent background. So I just clicked on photo and upload photos, and I chose that from my desktop, and now I'm going to drag this onto the stage here. Now this is really big, and this is giving me a warning that it's too big. It's not going to print really good quality, and if you look at it, you can kind of see some fuzziness in the edges. So one of the things I'm going to need to do is to shrink this down. And there's a couple of ways that you can kind of shrink things down in the system. One way is just simply grab the corners and start resizing. But sometimes when you do that, you'll notice that it kind of cuts off some of the text or some of the graphic, which I don't really want that to happen. So I'm going to click on the little back arrow right here, which is undo. And this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that pan and zoom is selected. So there's two modes here. One is transform, the other is pan and zoom. I'm going to make sure pan and zoom is selected, and then I'm going to click this little button right here. And what that does is it's going to lock the proportions. And then I'm going to go over to transform, so I get these little corner dots, and I'm going to grab one of those dots and I'm going to slowly shrink it down. Now you can see that it doesn't really matter how I do that. It's going to fit the element inside of there. And when it gets to be about the right resolution, that little warning that's over here is going to go away, that little exclamation point. So as I slowly reduce that down, and I like the size of that. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on the right side of the mug. Now this mug is going to be actually a pretty simple design. All I'm going to do is put some text on the left. So I'm going to go ahead now and click on text, and on the left navigation here, I'm going to pick text, and I'm going to choose add an empty text box. And then this is going to be kind of a play on the world's greatest boss type mug. I'm going to say world's, all capital letter, and I want this to be really, really bold and pretty big. So I'm going to choose a really chunky font. I kind of like this Alpha Slab 1 font because it's really kind of big and bold. And I'm going to make this a little bit bigger, and I'm going to slide it over here on the left side. And I'll show you why I'm kind of laying this out this way in just a second here. So worlds, and then I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste, and I'm going to put okayest. And I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste again and create three separate text boxes, boss. So world's okayest boss. And I'm going to go ahead and slide this one down to the bottom. And this one I'm going to even make a little bit bigger and a little bit chunkier. And there we go. Now, you can spend some time kind of playing around with the fonts. If that's not a font that you like, you want to look at something else, we have lots of different font options in here. I know there's also a really good looking font called Montserrat. We could pick that if you want something that maybe has less, these little things on the end of the text here are called serifs. So this is kind of more of a cleaner looking font. And what's fun about this font is that you can kind of, I'm going to just get this so it's on the same line. So Montserrat has a few different sizes, so I could make this a little bit lighter. But anyway, you can kind of really play around with this and get it to look the way that you really want it to look. And this is the fun thing about our system, is that it really is up to you to design this however you want. Okay, so some of you might be asking, well, why are you positioning this on the left and on this right? Well, so this is a coffee mug. So the idea here is that the design will wrap around the cylinder, will wrap around the mug. And so to see that, what you can actually do is click on preview in the upper right corner. And this is going to kind of mock this up. So on the one side of the coffee mug, now we're going to have world's okayest boss. And then on the other side, we'll have the hashtag boss picture. Now, of course, you could upload any picture you want. And there's more things that we could do to this mug. Like we could go in and we could say, look, I want to add a background to it. And, maybe I want to put some blue polka dots on or whatever. But truthfully, I really like the simplicity of just the white background and how this looks. So for today's tutorial, I'm just going to leave this with a white background. We're going to keep this really simple. But you can use the same principles that we've gone over in designing greeting cards or designing food labels or brownies. Same concepts apply. You can apply clip art, multiple pictures, and get really, really creative here. So anyway, I hope this is helpful, showing you how to design a mug and how to design these different drinkware items, and appreciate you watching.